Too Wild to Be Tamed. Written by Harper Reynolds. Narrated by AI voice Hale Brothers. Chapter 1. Ford, 5 years earlier, Cheyenne frontier days. Rosin dust cakes the leather of my glove, choking the air with every slap of my palm. My boots straddle the chute rails, locked onto the steel. I lean down, bury my hand into the bull rope, and wrench the grip until the braid bites through the hide and my knuckles scream. Up in the box, the announcer's working the crowd, dragging out my intro the way they do when the money rides up. I don't hear the words, just the pitch, the rhythm, the noise building toward the part where 20,000 people hold their breath. Beneath me, High Lonesome slams his weight into the wall. The whole steel cage groans, a brutal rattle that vibrates straight up through my boots and into my teeth. Left spinning bastard is going to try and tear my right shoulder clean out of the socket. He's a smart animal, smarter than 90% of the idiots who try to pull a handhold over his hump. That same right shoulder has been talking to me since warm-ups. Just a dull, persistent throb. A reminder that I'm 33, the mileage is stacking up, and the parts don't bounce back like they used to. I roll at once. The joint clicks, grinds, settles into a low ache that only needs to hold for 8 seconds. Past that threshold, it's a medical tent problem, which means I'll just wrap it in ice, crack open a bottle of whiskey, and pretend it doesn't exist. Jax leans over the chute rail. You good? Born good. I flash a grin because that's what the crowd and the cameras need. Let's go make some money. The smile dies the second I turn back around. No time for small talk while trying to read an 1,800-pound killer vibrating under my boots. My eyes lock on the heavy tilt of the bull's shoulders, reading the exact angle he'll explode, pitting my own rusty reflexes against a mountain of mean. 8 seconds. That's the only metric that matters, and I'm just wondering if the clock beats me to the draw today. Wondering if this is the ride where I'm finally too slow to catch up. 8 seconds. I ease my weight down, dropping dead center onto his back. My thighs clamp the massive barrel of his ribs, trapping the sour, damp heat radiating off his hide. Every single breath he takes comes in thick pulses slamming right into my calves. He isn't panicking in here. He's calculating. I set my free hand, lock my hips, and find that razor-thin line between control and surrender. I nod at the gate man. Pull. The gate rips open, and High Lonesome detonates, 1,800 pounds of pure fury exploding left. My glove burns tight against the rope, hips grinding locked to match every twist while my free arm cuts sky. This is the place where you stop fighting the beast and just try to survive the wreck of a body trying to kill you. 8 seconds, that's all. The noise in the arena peaks, the spotlight hits, but the future shrinks to right now. The past vanishes, and I'm not chasing a damn thing or running from it either, just riding. 4 seconds, 6, 8. The horn blasts through everything. I kick free and hit the dirt rolling in a cloud of dust. When I stagger upright, the scoreboard is already lit. 87 points. The go-round money is mine. The Cheyenne crowd roars like they own a piece of the win, and hell, maybe they do. Tonight we're all drinking on my tab. Dust hangs thick as smoke when I rip off my rigging and stride toward the fence, blood running hot from adrenaline that hasn't figured out the ride's over. Ford Hale takes the lead in the second go-round. The announcer's voice booms over the loudspeakers. Kentucky's favorite son just showed Cheyenne how it's done. My crew circles close. Jax grins crooked, missing the incisor he left in Tulsa 2 seasons back. Hell, Ford. High Lonesome chewed through 3 asses this week before you. Retirement victory lap or you eyeing Pendleton's 6 figures? Worry about your own purse, Jax. Maybe after that you can afford to worry about my retirement. I spit dust. Pendleton calls loud. 6 figures if I draw right. A blonde in a fringed vest that probably costs more than my entry fees leans over the secure rail of the chute alley. She's holding a Sharpie and a program, eyes wide and fixed on the sweat soaking my chest. Ford, that was... Oh my God, can I get your autograph? Maybe add your number? Jax snorts, nudging my ribs. Standard procedure. Any other night, I'd scribble my name, smile, maybe flirt back with the adrenaline still steering. Buy you a drink later? Lines I've delivered 1,000 times. But gravity in the chute shifted, that shoulder grinding, the window closing a little more every season. And now this girl is looking at me the way they always look at me, and for the first time I'm seeing the whole thing from the outside. The autograph, the number, the motel room, the highway. The same night on repeat in a different zip code. I'm 33, and I can see the road ahead, and it looks exactly like the road behind me. Thanks, darling. I scrawl a messy signature, but ignore the number request, capping the pen and handing it back without making eye contact. Enjoy the show? Her smile falters. Doesn't matter. I'm already looking past her. There she is, camera up, crouched right against the media rail. She's watching the blonde retreat with a faint, dry smirk that says she's watched this play out plenty and finds it boring. A pink PRCA media pass hangs against a sweat-damp tank top that clings in a way my mama would call indecent. Wild curls, auburn and tangled, escape a messy knot. She raises one arm to steady her lens on the fence post, and the fabric rides up, showing part of a fire tattoo curling along her ribs. Christ, the ink's as feral as the stare she's leveling straight at me through that lens. There's zero fangirl worship in those eyes. She's looking at me the way I look at a bull in the chute, measuring what's dangerous and deciding if it's worth the ride. Nobody looks at me like that, not after I just scored 87 points on the meanest animal in the pen. She doesn't blink, neither do I. Give me a victory smile, cowboy. Her voice is low and smoky, and it drags every drop of blood south of my belt. Or are you saving it for the motel celebration? My crew's hoots fade to background noise. Bracing my forearms on the fence, I lean close enough to catch lens cleaner cutting through sweat and arena dirt. Clean, unexpected, sharper than the buckle bunnies who drown themselves in perfume. Ford, I offer. The line should come next. The smooth one. Can I buy you a drink? Stick around for the victory party? I've got 100 variations, and they all work. What comes out is, you were at Reno last month. It isn't a pickup line, just a fact I've been carrying around without knowing why. Her brow lifts, just a fraction. Maybe? No maybe about it. I remember your stance. I nod at her boots, planted wide in the dirt, and the grit. You were the only one on the rail who didn't flinch when Tanner's bull hooked the fence. That shot of him getting ragdolled, the centerfold of Pro Rodeo Sports News, that was yours. Her chin drops half an inch. It's a sharp, deliberate recalibration. She's adjusting her read on me, and I see the exact moment she upgrades me from brainless cowboy to someone who actually pays attention. You have a keen eye, Ford. She lifts the camera again. Most riders only look at themselves. I look at anything worth seeing. I give her the grin, pure showman reflex. But underneath, my usual playbook is useless. I'm just talking to her. And it doesn't feel like a game. That's the part that should worry me. Take your shots, I say. Capture the glory while the sweat's still fresh. Victory beers in an hour. Unless you're too busy dodging bulls. Her lips curve wicked slow. Her gaze drops to my buckle, then climbs back up like she's got all night and knows exactly how she wants to spend it. She takes one step closer before she speaks. Beer warms things up. Fair warning, cowboy. I've shot wild Mustangs in Montana and kayaked Class 5s in Colorado. 8 seconds doesn't impress me. Well, I push off the fence, still holding her gaze. Who said anything about 8 seconds? Got a name to go with that camera? Zoe. Zoe. I let the name settle between us, then tip my hat. Don't disappear. She lowers her camera, and the smile she gives me completely wrecks every plan I had for tonight. You've reached the end of this excerpt. Too Wild to Be Tamed by Harper Reynolds is available in ebook and paperback on Amazon beginning July 23, 2026. The full audiobook is coming soon. Visit harperreynoldsromance.com for more books, bonus content, and updates.